everybody. This is our Helping Hands PowerPoint and it runs alongside our Helping Hands booklet. I hope you enjoy it very much and I hope it's of use to you. Now on page 4 of the booklet, there's an opportunity to draw or write something I like about myself or some things I like about myself. And remember our motto, okay, our catchphrase, I am special, I like me. Now on page 5 of the booklet, we are looking at friends. So can you draw or write in the space what you like to do when you are with your friends? And remember, I am special, I like me, and I like my friends. Now on page 6 of the booklet, we're turning our attention to what you are good at. So in the box that you can see provided, the one with the blue dots, okay, I want you to draw or write something that you are good at. So remember, this is the box for things I am good at. On page 7 of the document now, we are turning our attention of an activity that you did or something you did that you were proud of. Okay, so again, if you want to draw or write in the blue box, it's entirely up to you, but something that you were proud of and when you did it. On page 8 of the document, we are turning our attention now to things that you can do for yourself. So remember, I can take care of myself because I like me. And what can you do to show that you can take care of yourself? If you have a look at the people that are on the PowerPoint and in the booklet, that might be a clue as to the things that you might be able to do for yourself. And I bet you can really say that I am good at taking care of myself. Now on page 9 of the documents, we're talking about our feelings, and you can see 4 circles on the booklet page. I've only included 2 because that's all I could get onto my PowerPoint slide here. It's important to remember that we all have feelings, and we can have any feelings. And a lot of the time we can show how we're feeling by our facial expressions, by how our faces look. So on those circles, can you draw how different feelings would look? For example, if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're excited, or if you're worried. And write the feeling on the line below. I've given the example of a happy smiley face. And I've also given an example of a face that's a little bit confused. So if you want to use those, you're more than welcome. But if you can think of any more feelings that you can put into your 4 boxes, that would be brilliant too. So on page 10 of the booklet, we are now looking at how you're feeling today. So what I'd like you to do in the red box is if you can write or draw how you're feeling today. It's entirely up to you. I do feel that you are gosh, let's start that again. I do hope that you are feeling very well today. On page 11 of the booklet, we're still looking at how we show our feelings. So what I'd like you to do is draw or write in the spaces below. Now I've only included 2 on my PowerPoint, but there are 4 in the booklet. So I'd like to know what your feelings are, okay, written or drawn, when you feel sad, when you feel happy, when you feel excited, and when you feel angry. And remember, we all have all sorts of feelings. Now on page 12 of the booklet, okay, we are still looking at feelings. So we have different feelings at different times. So on the circles, draw how someone might feel when they first come to a class for reading, that they are playing with friends. Now I've only included 2 on the PowerPoint, but in the booklet, okay, I want you to draw how someone might feel when it's the night before Christmas, or Christmas Eve, or when a grown-up shouts at them, or when they have lost their favourite toy. Our feelings change all the time, and there is no right or wrong way to feel. because the way that you feel is you, it's your personality, and we are all different, and that's what makes life very interesting. So on page 13 of the document, we're turning our attention to animals. I hope you love animals. I love animals, and I've got 3 of my favourite animals included in the booklet and on my slide. So how might animals feel, and how might they show us? So if you think about a dog, when it's excited, what does it do? And when a dog is feeling angry, what does it do then? What does a cat do when it's feeling angry? And what might it do if it's feeling excited? And what does a tortoise do when he's feeling scared? See if you can write those answers in on page 13 of the booklet. Now on page 14 of the booklet, we're talking about hiding feelings. And sometimes some people find it very hard to show how they're feeling, and they may try and hide their feelings with other feelings. So what I'd like you to do is name and draw some of the feelings that we might sometimes hide from others. And I'd also like you to think about what kind of face that person might have while they were hiding their feelings. And think about this question at the bottom of page 14 in your booklets. What would somebody do instead of hiding a feeling? What might they do? Now on page 15 of the booklet, we're looking at feeling safe. Now when we feel safe, we get lots of nice feelings in our body. So in this box where you can see the little boy with a smiley face, can you draw or write what sorts of feelings you get when you feel safe? Now there may be places where we feel safe, and we've got a picture of a house there. What is your place? And where is your place that you feel safe? So if you can draw the place where you feel safe in the box where the smiley girl is, that would be perfect. If you have a look at page 16 on the booklet, you can see, okay, that the call out says we all have the right to feel safe all of the time. And if you have a look at all the people on my PowerPoint, they have all got smiley faces and they are all feeling nice and safe. Now on page 17 of the booklet, we've got our uh-oh signs. Now, what is an uh-oh sign? Well, when we do not feel safe, our body tells us by giving us signs. These are sometimes called uh-oh signs, and everybody has a different uh-oh sign, and here are a few. Our heart beats faster, as though we've been running a lot. Parts of our body might feel wobbly, like a jelly, and parts of our body might shiver as if we were cold. Now in the box, can you draw or can you write what else might happen when you're having an uh-oh moment? Now on page 18 of the document, we are looking at your uh-oh signs. So on the gingerbread person, okay, draw or write where you get your uh-oh signs. Are they in your heads? Are they in your legs? Are they in your tummy? Or are they somewhere else? Now on page 19 of the booklet, okay, we are looking at my imaginary safe place, and you can see a rainbow, you can see a nice beach on a deserted island. Now it's fun to think of a safe place. It could be real or imaginary. Imagine a safe place and draw or write it in the boxes. What would it look like? What would it smell like? What would it sound like? How would you feel in your imaginary safe place? Now, using the call out on page 20 of the booklet, okay, perhaps you could draw a picture of your imaginary safe place in the, okay, you can make this real, imaginary, whatever you want, okay, and don't forget, you could also just write in everything so that it's all in the one thought bubble. On page 21 of the booklet, you can see that it can be fun to feel scared. So sometimes it can feel fun to be scared. Can you think of times when it's fun to be scared and just pop them in the blue box? But sometimes we may get the uh-oh signs when it's not fun to feel scared. What can we do when this happens? If you want to write some things down that you could do when the uh-oh signs come on when it's not fun to feel scared, on the bottom of page 21. So if we look at page 22 of the booklet, okay, these people we've already met previous in the booklet and previously on the PowerPoint. If something is bothering us or we do not feel safe, it is so important that we tell someone. Okay, there is nothing so awful or so small that we can't talk about it with someone. This helps enormously, so please never be afraid to talk to somebody about anything that is bothering us. Now on page 23 of the booklet, we can see a couple of people here, and they are telling us about how they're feeling. So if you have a look going down the page, we have a smiley face boy and he's saying, I'm feeling good today, how are you feeling? And then we can see somebody all wrapped up and they're saying, I'm feeling cold today. And then we've got somebody with a question mark on his head and he's saying, I'm feeling confused today. What I'd like you to do now is I would like you to tell me how you feel the girl is feeling. Okay, and maybe you could write that in the box, in the call out box that's next to her. So on page 24, we're going to look at some helping hand instructions. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a helping hand in a little while. Okay, so we can all have a helping hand full of people to talk to us when we do not feel safe. You can make your own helping hand, and here are some directions. So on a page, you can draw around your hand, and you can do this later on in the booklet. On each finger, put an adult's name who you can trust. In the middle finger or the palm of your hand, you can put the name of someone else or something that you like to talk to. For example, it could be a diary, it could be a teddy. Up your sleeve, you can put the names of people or organisations that could help you contact in an emergency. For example, the fire brigade, the police or Childline. You can keep this so that you have your helping hand with you at all times. So remember, your helping hand is there for when you need it. There is nothing so awful or so small that we can't talk about it with someone. So thinking about the names of people that you can put on your helping hand, what I'd like you to do is fill in as many names as possible of the people you could share your feelings with. And I want you to divide this into two boxes. The first box is people in my family that I could share my feelings with. And then in the second box is people outside my family who I could share my feelings with. So on page 26 of the booklet, okay, we're still looking at people that we might choose to be on your helping hand. And here are some examples of the people who could be on your helping hand. So you could have a police officer, you could have a teacher, you could have your grandparents or your cousins, it could be your aunts and uncles, or it could be a dinner lady. But it's important that we feel safe with this person. So in the box, can you think about who you might be safe with? So this is page 27, okay, of the booklet, and it's my helping hand. So in the box or on a separate piece of paper, whatever you want to do, if you can draw around your hand, and then if you go back to slide 22, it gives you the directions for labeling your helping hand so that you always know who you can feel safe with. We've included here a page on page 28 of the booklet for some important phone numbers. So these could be the phone numbers of the adults you have on your helping hand. So if you have a look, I've got a table there for the name of the person, okay, that you would put on your helping hand and their telephone number. And I've also included some emergency contacts for you as well. So you can write the emergency contact names and a telephone number. If these are the same, then that's fine, okay? But if you want to put additional people on, you can use the whole table. Okay, so remember, these are the people that you would talk to when you get an uh-oh sign. So how would our helping hand in practice look like? Okay, and if you have a look on page 29, you have got a copy of this conversation as well. So, when I do not feel safe, I can talk to someone on my helping hand. Well, that's right. Because remember, nothing's so awful or so small that we can't talk about it with someone. So that's great. And what if you can't contact them or they do not have time to talk to you? I know. I could talk to someone else on my helping hand and keep trying until I find someone who will listen to me. And in an emergency, I can use one of my emergency numbers. Please remember, it really is okay to ask for help. And here at Maesteg School, that's what we always try to do. There is no problem that is so awful or so small that you can't talk about it with someone. And remember, it is good to talk.